What it is, my Tenno Peace and Grease here, and I suppose we need to talk about that new War trailer, huh? I mean, a lot of people are reacting to it. It's trending very well, and so as such, it seems to be pretty popular right now. But have no fear, I'm not going to be reacting to it because, like you, I've watched it numerous times. Let me say from the get-go, I love the trailer. It was beautiful to look at. It was great to watch. Is it going to be in the game? The update? I don't know. You know, here's what I'm hoping. This is what I think that I'm seeing, and I hoping what I'm seeing is going to be in this update. So there's three things that myself and, well, a lot of other players have been asking for. First of all, is show us a devastating war. In fact, they're even calling it all-out war, so hopefully that part comes true. Second, it seems in that trailer as if that operator has grown up. Now, I've made no secret that I'm not a fan of the operators. So after the new war, does that mean our operator is going to mature or grow up? I'm all for it. I'm here for it. I am. I would love that. And next up, a story-driven RPG style quest with deep, rich characters and cinematics. Again, I'm here for it if that's what we're going to get. I would love that. My concerns. I have a couple of concerns. First of all, some kind of time gating in which you have to run missions XYZ or you have to scan items XYZ in order to progress the quest forward. Or weight gating. You must build this and it's going to take 6 to 8 hours before you can progress the quest. And I only suggest this as being a fear of mine because this is something that DE has used numerous times in the past in which they either time-gated something or weight-gated something. And so it's not beyond the realm of reason to be concerned that those are going to rear their ugly head again, which I hope I'm wrong. I hope that doesn't happen. But I do think it's important to manage our expectations. I hear a lot of people saying that this is the next Warframe or Warframe Part 2 or a new era in Warframe and things along those lines. And I think it's really important that we kind of let's manage those expectations a little bit. Look, I'm all for it. I hope everybody's saying those types of things. I hope they're 100% correct. I do. I hope that they are. I don't know that that's going to happen, but I hope it does. Imagine for just 1 second. It's just I'm going to tinfoil hat this bitch, so just go with me for a minute. So we know we already have 2 star charts right here, right? We've got the standard star chart. We then have the Steel Path star chart. Now imagine if we had a third all-out war star chart. And in it, it's a war-torn star chart. Some planets don't even exist anymore because of this, the destruction of this war. Resources would be hard to get. New quests types. For example, imagine like a cache raid type of quest where that's where you have to go to get resources because resources are now so scarce. That would be fantastic. Epic battles, you know, kind of battle scenes, battle mission types, and the all-out war portion of the map. I don't think we're going to get that. Would I love it? Abso-flippin-lutely. But I don't, I think, see, that's why I say it's important to manage our expectations. I don't think that's what, obviously I'm assuming that's not what we're going to get. DE has said there's not going to be a new open world. Good. I'm not here for more fishing, hunting, mining bounties. We've got 3 open worlds of that, and I'm very, very much burnt out on it. So, yeah, something like that would be fantastic. I would love that. Again, I'm pretty damn sure we're not going to get that, but I'm here for it if we would. So I have a couple predictions. First of all, let's talk about these characters we know as Nata, Margulis, and Lotus. Now, I am no lore master, and I'm sure some of you guys and gals out there even know more about the lore than I do. I know just enough to be able to follow the story, and that's about the extent of it. Running quests, missions, things that DE has said, things that I've heard from other friends, clanmates, people that I game with. The general idea, and this is how I kind of rationalize it in my head, we had a character known as Margulis, who was Orican. And at some point, she was supposed to infiltrate the sentience, and I guess Natah essentially kind of possessed her or something along those lines. So then we have this character Natah come in. Now, from my understanding, and I could be completely wrong, but from my understanding, it was that combination of Margulis and Natah that created the Lotus. So the Lotus can't exist without Natah, just like the Lotus can't exist without Margulis. The Lotus can only exist, I imagine, in the idea of that combination of Natah and Margulis. Now, we even hear this statement from Ballas, or from the Lotus herself, when Ballas kept referring to her as Margulis. Lotus straight up told him, "I'm not who you think I am." Furthermore, at one point when Era is referring to the Lotus as Natah, we hear the Lotus tell him, "I am not Natah." So if she's not Natah and she's not Margulis, then who is she? I think she's the Lotus. I think she's torn by her fragmented memories of Natah, who remember her sentient people, and her memories of Margulis and her Orican people in Ballas, and so she's being torn kind of two different ways. Now, the strategist in me admires the tactics. I mean, consider for a moment, if you were in this universe and you considered the Tenno to be an enemy, what would be the best way to weaken the Tenno? Remove the Lotus. Remove that mother figure. Because keep in mind, the Tenno have nobody. They don't have friends. They don't have family. They don't talk to one another like we do in-game, for example. So removing the Lotus would most certainly damage or weaken the Tenno. But you couldn't abduct her, or you couldn't just simply take her out, because then the Tenno would just turn their fury on you. So you would have to remove the Lotus from the Tenno in a way that made it seem like it was of her own volition. Again, I admire the tactics. I admire the strategy. Now, who is behind it? Well, I don't think Era is directly, and I don't think Ballas is directly. Makes me wonder if there's somebody else behind the scenes pulling the strings, and hopefully we get an answer and we don't end on a cliffhanger. Maybe the man in the wall is behind the scenes kind of pulling some strings. We know that it's not a very positive person, some of the things that he says to our operators at times. So it does make you kind of wonder. But I am here for our operators finally growing up. I would love to have like a independent, like an NPC style grizzled old Tenno who's left the Lotus, left the rest of the Tenno, and went off to find inner peace by himself or herself. And in the process of going through that and making connections with people on an individual level, actually finding more of their power. Are we going to get another, like an ultimate, a useful, very powerful, like a fourth for our operator? I would love that. I don't think that we are, but I would love that. I think what definitely opens the doors to some possibilities going forward. What possibilities? Who knows? We won't know until the 15th, which is about a week away. We are going to get Harrow Prime, and I can tell you that, 2021 in Warframe for me personally has really been kind of a disappointment. Not DE per se, just first of all, we didn't get another Nightwave. We got an intermission, which doesn't bring me back to the game. If you like Nidus Prime, Prime Access and accessories, that's fine. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I'm just saying I don't. It was rushed. You could see it was rushed. The weapons that should have came with him didn't. The regular Nidus, by the way, launched with the Harudu and the Hema. Nidus Prime comes out with a couple of lackluster weapons primes. The point that I'm making is, and then of course there's the technical issues at Tennacon, which really kind of was an unfortunate start to the whole New War hype train for me personally. In fact, it took me quite a long time before I started to actually watch that New War trailer. DE did try about a week or so later to kind of recast that to everybody. I didn't participate because the whole thing kind of was disappointing to say the least. But what I'm saying is it would be fantastic to end 2021 in Warframe on a bang. And this could certainly do it. It could. Now, I've heard rumors that there's a 300-page script, which, if that's the case, hell's yes. I am absolutely here for it, 100%. I gotta say, I'm starting to get a little excited about the new war. But I do think it's important that we manage our expectations, because I don't think any of us should go overboard and expect all of these great things, like some of the things I just mentioned. Sure, they would be great to see. Yes, I would love to see them. But I think we need to kind of ground ourselves in reality a little bit as far as what we're actually going to get. But I did love the trailer. I thought the trailer was great. My mind is kind of swimming as to what this is going to mean for the future of Warframe, exactly where we're going with it, and I don't know. If I had to predict what was going to happen, one of two things is going to happen. Either the Lotus is going to basically shut down the war, and or she's going to stop the war with some sort of a sacrifice, which would be very moving if that happens. So I'm kind of predicting one of those two is probably what's going to happen. But we're going to have to kind of wait and see. With all that being said, let me know what you guys and gals think down in the comment section below. Did you love the trailer? What are you most looking forward to in the new war update? And until next time, peace out.